Hey, okay, welcome back to the show. Let's talk about events.
Yep. So as we mentioned in the previous segment, there's been a lot of Street Fighter V tournaments already. I've watched so much Street Fighter V already.
Me too.
It's crazy. But, lots of good stuff and very interesting results for week one. So let's get into some of these here. So this particular weekend, there was 3 main events for Street Fighter V. Right?
Okay.
So there was the Wizard World Gaming event. I actually didn't get to see much of this event.
I didn't either, to be honest.
And then Undefeated was this weekend. Undefeated in Arizona. And there was also the Joe Invitational that took place this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's start with the Undefeated here.
Okay.
Because Undefeated, while it did have Street Fighter V, that was not the main event of Undefeated.
Indeed.
Which was actually super cool.
Which was, it was good.
Yeah, but Street Fighter V results, 7th place tied was Driftwood and with Nash.
Okay.
That's right, I have to name who they play now because it makes a difference now. Yeah. So Driftwood with Nash and Kyoku with M. Bison.
Okay.
5th place tied was Chris G with Cammy and Nash. That's an interesting set of characters I wouldn't have expected him to play. And also tied for 5th, Saber.
Nice.
Laura. So one of the old school players we talked about. Probably one of the... He was sponsored by Broken Tier for a short period of time.
Okay.
And then previous to that, people probably remember him from 2009 EVO, where they had the Regions tournament. Remember that?
Sure.
And Saber blew up Alex Vi with Sakura, who everyone thought was garbage.
Yeah, everybody thought she sucked.
Yeah. Those were the days.
I'm glad to see that he's trying to relive those days with Laura.
4th place is White Tower Al Saher, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But he used Ryu.
Is that... I'm trying to think of his first name. Akbar, last name.
Oh, yeah.
Hamad's brother.
Yeah, I think that is.
I don't know why. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name.
Okay. He used Ryu. 3rd place was Ray Ray with Chun-Li.
Huh.
Ray jumping into that Street Fighter V. So that's really cool. In fact, he placed higher in this game than he did in Marvel.
Dang.
Which is interesting. 2nd place was Muji's Karen.
Interesting.
Samuji. And he played really well.
That's great.
Karen was really good. But 1st place was Red Bull Snake Eyes, who won it with Zangief. There's the one guy I don't have to say which character he played.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But yeah, Muji's Karen looked really good. But Snake Eyes did end up taking that tournament. So Zangief, worst character? I don't know, it's like...
He's so far ahead, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's pretty much... Oh, interesting. Al-Sahar, I guess, is magician in Arabic.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. Okay. Good stuff. They also did play some Street Fighter 4, tied for 7th with Surf Kahuna and Moss HD. I don't have characters for these. 5th place was Snake Eyes and My Gift for You. Snake Eyes. I mean, to be honest, if you're switching back and forth between games like this, life gets rough at this point.
It can be tough.
Especially if you use the same character.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Especially if you use the same character. 4th place was Deranged Tyrant. 3rd place was White Tower Kami or Kami. 2nd place was Driftwood. And 1st place was Chris G.
Nice.
And then in Exert, 7th place tied was Soul Madness and Kane Blue River. I didn't even know Kane Blue River played this game. Apparently,
I didn't either.
He uses Kai. Soul Madness, surprise, uses Soul. Tied for 5th place was Tag Anarchy with Bedman and Ruin with Zato 1. 4th place was Black Market with Slayer. 3rd place was Dead Spike with Kai. 2nd place was Scumbag with Bedman, and 1st place was GC Yoshi with Bedman.
Nice work.
Yeah, not a surprise there. They did have an Under Night and Birth tournament. 7th place was Shin Hideki or Hideaki with Yuzuriha. Orax, no character listed. 5th place tied was Beryl with Line and Dead Spike with Hyde. 4th was Tag Anarchy with Byakuya. 3rd place was Hagir with... Merkava. 2nd place was GC Yoshi with Byakuya. Whoa, he's using Byakuya now? I didn't even know.
Didn't know.
1st place was Squish with Akatsuki. Wow, Akatsuki.
Good work.
But the main event was Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Of course, this event was run by Angelic. He was the main TO for this event, and he is a Marvel player. He loves Marvel. And this was one of the first times that we really did have a lot of East Coast players travel out to a West Coast tournament for Marvel. A lot of West Coast players traveled to Arizona
It was
for this.
a big tournament for Marvel.
It was a big Marvel tournament, and it just was like upset city.
Yeah, it was awesome. I watched it. It was good.
Like nobody, like Cloud 805 was in the tournament, right? Not top 8. Like he's not even there.
I guess Evo champion King Blue River wasn't top 8?
No, he didn't make it out of pools.
It's going to be a rough weekend.
Oh, yeah.
This next weekend's going to be rough.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, he didn't make it out of pools. Dude, there was like upsets everywhere. It was ridiculous. But let me get to the results here. So 7th place was First to 5 Me Scrub. FT5 Me Scrub. With Magneto, Dr. Doom, and Phoenix.
Okay.
Also tied with his pony, Magneto Zero, Dr. Doom. Is he still from Mexico? Does he live in the States now? Or I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
Okay. 5th place was Ray Ray. Like I said, he placed higher in Street Fighter than he did in Marvel. So Ray Ray, Magneto, Dr. Doom, Sentinel, and tied with Dual Kevin, LOD and
Nice.
Dual Kevin with Hawkeye, Dante, Deadpool. 4th was Priest with Magneto, MODOK, and Dr. Doom. A lot of more MODOK these days.
Dude, you know how the game's going, right? It's
Yeah,
getting crazy.
yeah.
It's cool.
3rd place was SS765 Super Noon, who's apparently a SoCal player that's just been playing, and all of a sudden, like I saw Oliver tweet about him. It's like, here's your West Coast SoCal champion, Super Noon.
Wow,
So,
that's cool. I didn't know.
2nd place was Ryan LV from Las Vegas with Chun-Li, Morgan, Phoenix.
Chun-Li almost won a major. Who was a major?
Dude, I'll get into this after. And of course, 1st place, Tempo Storm, Chris G, who actually had it pretty rough. I mean,
Yeah.
so spoiler, I mean, it's all been spoiled already.
Yeah,
You
whatever.
should watch it though,
Yeah.
but Ryan LV sent Chris G to losers in winner's bracket. And he did it pretty soundly too.
Mhm.
He did it pretty convincingly. Then in the run back in grand finals, Chris G and Ryan LV took it to the 5th game. And Ryan LV lost the 5th game by timeout. Someone took the video snapshot of it, pasted the 2 life bars that were left on it,
Yeah.
and literally Chris won by like 3 pixels of the life bar.
I heard.
Keep in mind that happened because Ryan LV had spent his X Factor already. He had Dark Phoenix activated at the end, and Dark Phoenix, don't forget, her life drains naturally.
Right.
So it was just draining, and it drained 3 pixels past Chris G's life. Bracket reset.
Yep. That
It
was the
was
margin.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
And he was all evading fireballs up at the top
Yeah,
of the screen.
yeah. Uh-huh. Dude,
That was a
it
tense
so,
moment.
It was so good.
I
It was so
really
good.
recommend watching it. Yeah.
And then Chris G just took the second set pretty handily afterwards. But let me talk about Ryan LV here. He's got a Phoenix team, and he spends meter like nobody's business. He calls the Phoenix assist.
Yeah. It's
Like-
such a different team. Yeah.
He's crazy.
It's really cool.
It was because his Morrigan builds so much meter. Because as the assist,
Right.
she just comes in. Here's meter. Here's meter.
And if he ever gets a hit with Chun-Li, it's
yeah.
a lot of that goes into the infinite, and then you get
Yeah.
5 bars.
And his Chun-Li just hides up there.
Right.
Like, and it's such a beautiful take on the way that the thing that I love about Marvel, I was talking about this on Twitter, like someone was just basically saying like Marvel's a bad game, whatever like that, and I was like, dude, like Marvel is an amazing game right now because at one point in time I thought it was just going to go down that funnel path. It was like, well, Virgil, 0, done. The fact that to this day and age we still haven't found a team that is truly dominating in that game with as much variety and broken stuff in that game has, and the fact that these Chun-Li teams and MODOK teams
Yeah.
are actually getting stronger,
Yeah.
like this game is really like it's I think it's significantly better right now in this current state than it ever has been. Like watching the way people, because like when you watch Ryan LV and Chris G play each other, the neutral was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was.
And
It was.
it's like it's really telling too, because Ryan LV's Morrigan had no chance against Chris G's Morrigan.
Right.
Even when they both had Astral Vision, there was just like it just was not a match, and it was just so interesting to see how Chris G had such a better control of that character than Ryan LV. You know, it's just lots of really cool neutral stuff going on in there. So
Yeah, the other thing I really like about Ryan's team is that a lot of teams are really good in Marvel because they're exploitative, right? They're abusive.
Mhm.
Everything that's good, every top tier ever
Right.
is they're exploiting something, abusing something. that's usually like good buttons or like good movement or
Stupid
like
mix-up,
tricky
yeah.
mix-ups.
Yeah.
But he's just abusing like how meter works. That's like so much of it. He's just Chun-Li's up there on top of the sky, building 3 bars, just calling Morgan, missiles are hitting her, she's just hanging out. I just think that's such a different, interesting take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was one match that he won by timeout versus Chris G. He only had Phoenix left. And I don't think he had X Factor. And Chris was like running up to him. Chris was like down to this much. He had this much. And Phoenix can die super fast, right? He just activated Healing Field. Because you gain your red life back so fast that half the time when you're hitting her, she like doesn't die. So like, no, there's nothing Chris could have done to even win that because he activated heal. I don't know. I just thought that was super smart. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think the game is still looking really strong. Only thing that honestly that's holding it back is just that, you know, there's all these games now have all the developer support and big prize money.
Pretty much.
But this tournament was funded entirely by the community.
It's good, man.
They've got like an extra couple $1,000s for the prize pool. You know,
they're doing it right.
The shirts and everything like that. So shout outs to them.
Doing it right. Okay. Next one.
Yes, Wizard World Gaming. So this was kind of like a first time event, I guess. Well, no, Wizard World Gaming's been there for a while, but I think this is the first time they're doing a fighting game tournament there.
I think on this scale that's true.
Yeah. And they had a Street Fighter V tournament. A lot of people went. You can see here, I mean, this top 8 is pretty much like all Cali people, right? So 7th place was Graham Wolf with Vega and Crack Fiend with Chun-Li. 5th place was Gutex with Ryu and Sam B with Cammy. 4th place, Julio Ken.
Nice.
3rd place, LPN with Birdie and M. Bison. And 2nd place, E.G. Ricky Ortiz with Chun-Li. 1st place, Justin Wong with Karen.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't get to see any of this, but I would really like to.
Yeah, I want to see how this went because obviously LPN and Julio would have had to go up against Ricky and go up against Justin Wong, so I would really be interested to see how those matches went.
Yeah.
And I'd also really like to see Justin versus Ricky because I want to see how the footsies on that one went.
Agreed.
But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see any of it, so I can't really comment on the matches themselves.
8 characters in top 8, I guess. That's cool. 1 set of repeats. Chun-Li.
Oh, yeah. But LPN used Birdie, so you're...
Birdie and Bison, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's cool. All right.
That's cool. Someone else mentioned something about that, too. I think at Wednesday Night Fights. Oh, we'll get to there. Tekken 7 was played there. 7th place was Rodolfo and Nate Monster using Kazumi and Lucky Chloe, respectively. Tied for 5th was Project Runaway with Jin and Devil Jin and Colton with Kazuya, I should say. 4th place was Kenji with Lily. 3rd place was Rip with Law. 2nd place Renzo with Katarina. And 1st place Geese Master with Fang.
Cool.
Someone said, Steve Sajam says that LPN played Nash as well.
Okay.
Guilty Gear Exert Sign, 7th place. Tied was Hellsap with Leo and Pericles with Soul Bad Guy. Was that a chuckle there? Or?
Pericles? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a name from...
Yeah. Greek mythology? Yeah, okay. 5th place was Chad with Sin and Nakil with Soul Bad Guy. 4th place was Huey, 253, good stuff, with Leo. And 3rd place, Tasty Steve, as well, with Leo. 2nd place, Spark with Sin. And 1st place, Digital Watches with Axel Lowe. So, good stuff.
Nice. Heads up.
I just did it right now. And then there was also a Blaze Blue tournament there, Blaze Blue tournament. 7th place was Shia with Platinum. That's right, Shia's back in the States now. Yeah. James Burt with Rachel. Tied for 5th place was Chad with Kagura, and Ruka with Hazma and Kagura. 4th place was Dusty with Relius. 3rd place was Spark with Hakumen. 2nd place was Nikhil with New 13. And 1st place was Huey253 with Bang. There you go.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
Seemed like it went well up there.
I need to go watch the archives on the Street Fighter V tournament.
I see there's no results for the Naruto.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No
Dude,
results
it was
for
actually,
Naruto?
It was actually really cool. Did you see like all the interactions that they had with like all the famous people? Like
I didn't watch.
they got to interact a lot with like a bunch of WWE stars. Now
I did see some of that.
we're not big WWE people, right? But I mean, obviously, a lot of those guys there were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know Justin got a picture with Paige, and he was like super happy. Was Paige? There was one of the WWE female wrestlers was playing Naruto on stream against some little like literally like some 10 or 11-year-old girl, and like totally trash talking her.
Nice.
While Steve and Steve were doing commentary,
Oh,
it
fun.
was pretty epic.
That sounds
actually,
fun.
it was
Yeah.
really awesome. Xavier Woods got to play an exhibition Tekken match with I can't remember. Did he play it with Justin or did he play? Oh, Rip was training Xavier Woods to go up against Justin. I believe that's what it was.
Okay.
So they played some Tekken 7. You know, I don't know. It's really cool to see that interaction because despite the fact that we're not WWE people, like I feel like the audiences and the mindsets between the two mesh really well.
I can see that, sure.
You know, so
Sure.
I think it's a good pairing.
I'm with you.
Pairing
Yeah.
for that. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man. Did Justin really beat Rip in Tekken?
Yeah?
Oh man.
Dang.
But
Rip.
no, it sounded like it was a really successful event. Everyone who said that they went there had a ton of fun.
Yeah, I heard.
I know
heard good
Bizarro
things.
Mike made it there too as well.
Oh,
Got to like hang out with people. I saw that he said he had a great time. Rick the Hado
Yeah.
was there, and I have to say Rick Thayer because he was so happy that I said his name right last time. he was there. He said it was fantastic. Chris Eglia said he had a great time. So sounds
Nice.
like overall very successful event.
I heard good things about the food up there in Portland.
Yeah. What was it?
I've only been there once, but I really liked it.
They kept
20
mentioning
years
the
ago.
Screen Door.
I don't know.
That was the name of the restaurant.
Uh-huh.
I saw a lot of people went there like multiple times.
Okay.
So. Okay. Also this weekend was the Beast 6 tournament, which is predominantly a Smash tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So for Smash Wii U singles, it's tied for 7th place was Sodrek and S114 with Fox and Ness. Tied for 5th was Wilski 15 and Light with Rosalina, and Light used Sheik and Mario. 4th place was PG MVD with Diddy Kong. 3rd place was PG Esam with Pikachu. 2nd place, I Studying with Greninja, and 1st place was Mr. R with Sheik.
Nice.
And for Smash Brothers Melee, this was the tournament that took place in Sweden. Yeah, this was a European tournament.
Oh,
yeah. So 7th place tied was Amsa with Sheik. This is a different Amsa. This is not the Japanese Amsa. And then Wobbles, who was sponsored recently, with Ice Climbers. 5th place was Professor Pro with Fox and Triphasia with Peach. 4th place was MYI Ice with Fox, Marth, and Sheik. 3rd place was Tempo West Balls with Falco, Fox, Marth, and Samus. 2nd place, TSM Leffen with Fox, who is listed as TSM Leffen, but he just got recently signed to Red Bull. He is now Red Bull Leffen.
Oh, yeah? He left?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a leaving...
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. I just didn't know either way.
Yeah, because sometimes players are on 2 teams
Right.
at once. But he sounded really happy. He was like, I'm really glad to be kind of... Because he hadn't been doing well at some tournaments, so to get 2nd place here, he was actually really happy with himself. But 1st place went to Armada with Peach and Fox. Winner of EVO, probably now at this point has surpassed Mango as the greatest of all time in Smash Melee, but
Sick.
that debate is still running forward. So
Yeah, apparently he is with TSM.
Oh, he's with
what's happened? He's not the only one. You're with a team, but you're not on Team Red Bull.
Oh,
You're sponsored by Red Bull.
interesting.
You're on Team whatever.
Oh, okay. Is there another player that does that on Red Bull?
Yeah, there is. I forget who it is. Some esports dude.
Oh, okay. Non-fighting game player.
Non-fighting game.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope Red Bull helps with a lot of the visa issues because Leffen has had some trouble getting into the States
For sure.
a couple of times. So hopefully Red Bull can help with that maybe. We'll see how that
By the
goes.
way, super cool that some American players actually went out to a European major.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Why don't we try that? Street Fighter, MK, anime players, etc. Why don't we try that sometimes? Because that never happened.
No.
It was like Dominion.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
K-Brad,
Dominion.
like one time.
Yep.
Justin like one time.
Daimine and K-Brad. Like the few times Justin's done is only because like they fly him out there. And
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So there you go.
Bjergsen.
There was also this past weekend, like I said, the L.I. Joe Invitational. Really, really cool, by the way, because he did this invitational. It was supposed to be a 16-man invitational. Supposed to take place in his house. It just grew up to ridiculous proportions. Like, he wasn't ready for it to get as big as it was. He had to rent out a venue. They found a venue for that. He put a $500 pop bonus from his pocket into this event. And he funded the whole thing himself.
Right.
And with another guy. I can't remember the name of the other guy. Totally unfair. Sorry, but it was him and Joe who did this. And the cool thing about it is a lot of people ended up donating, like, on stream to Joe to help cover. I donated.
That's very nice.
I had to do that because it was super entertaining to watch. Like, it was really fun watching Moons play. Like,
I gotta watch more of it. I've only seen a little bit.
I mean, look, I know a lot of people hate Bison. I'm enjoying Bison.
Yeah,
I think
how can you not?
He's super good.
How can you see some of that jerkery and not like it? I don't get it.
I think it's probably the people who had to deal with the jerkery that get mad at him.
Yeah, you can pick forward dash yourself if you want. It's my nickname for him.
Joe, I mean, look, he's an awesome guy. I respect him so much. He's easily one of my favorite guys in the FGC, just like period, because he's such a genuinely awesome person, human being. So it was really awesome to see this event. You had great players there. Zeus, who we hadn't seen play in a while, he was there. Smug, K-Brad was there.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckle-Doo was not there. Was he there? I do not think Knuckle-Doo was there. Was he? Shoot, I can't remember now. Stream, let me know. But Moons was there.
Do you have the results?
I can't find the results right now. So let me see if I can find them actually. Let me see. L.I. Joe Invitational Street Fighter 5 results. Okay, so Knuckle-Doo was not there. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
I just missed it. Okay, I just missed it.
Okay.
So let's go over the results here. Oh yeah, since there were 16 people, I can go over the whole entire thing.
Right.
They even had a last-second tournament to fill the last 2 spots of people who didn't show up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it was just super cool. Tied for 13th place was 4 players. It's OG Master Mike with Chun-Li, Blaze U25 with Nikali, and it is on SRK because that's where I am right now. F3 Sleep with Birdie, the Killer Instinct player.
Oh, cool.
OG Shine with Karen. Tied for 9th was Zeus with Vega, Rainbow Manny with Armika,
nice.
Native Impact with Armika. I actually really liked watching their Armikas because they were really different from each other.
I've played against Native Impact online.
Oh, that's right. You have video, dude. He's just like
T-Hawk player.
He's just like that craziness, dude.
Yep.
And Javits with Nikali as well.
Okay.
Tied for 7th was Flux with Cammy. God, that meme that they did for Flux.
What was it? Oh, I don't know.
Dude, Lord Knight with the scouter when Flux got up and turned his backside to the camera. And they got Lord Knight with the scouter going like, oh, dude. Anyways, that was the coolest thing about that tournament. It had that feel again. That really grassroots kind of like everyone's just having fun event.
That's good.
Defeat Lee with Laura in 7th place as well. 5th place was Noel Brown with Vega and K-Brad with Cammy. 4th place was Pie Smug with Karen.
Okay.
Really interesting character choice. I would not have pegged him as a Karen player. 3rd place was Marvisto with Ryu, who did really well, but I really liked his Ryu.
Okay, cool.
2nd place was Moons with M. Bison. And 1st place, as we mentioned, F3 Alucard with Nikali.
Nice. Man, shout outs to Alucard, who moved from Detroit to New York City and immediately was the best player.
Yeah, he won 3 tournaments in a row.
Hard to deny that.
Yeah, he did NLBC.
Yeah.
He did this one, and there was one other tournament that he played, and I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, he's won 3 tournaments already. So
pretty good showing so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's great.
And he makes Nikali look broken.
Yeah.
Like literally, I watch it and I'm like, what are you supposed to do against a character with a command throw and an uppercut? Like part of my brain, like I can't process like how you're supposed to fight.
He uppercuts people who jump away. Is that what you're talking about? Or?
Well, no, it's just you can't jump at him. Like you can't attack him, and he can attack you, and he's got a command grab, so you can't block. So I was like, it's almost like set. Like it started to
It's
feel like
T-Hawk
set.
has had that forever.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Not
so
very good.
I was like, man, if you have an uppercut and a command throw, you must be godlike. Then I was like, wait, T-Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, granted, he's good, but that's because he has inescapable safe jump, jab, negative edge, SPD. But that's a whole other story. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely gotta check it out. I hadn't heard about Marvisto doing well with Ryu. I really am interested to see that. Cool to see people playing who I haven't seen play Street Fighter in a long time, like Noel. I've actually never really seen Flux play Street Fighter.
Right.
I know he has played it. I mean, it's like I've literally seen him play a couple of times in like the absolute sense, but in a more general sense, didn't know he really played. So that's awesome to see that he's picking it up and Sleep. That's fantastic. It's cool to see a lot of people coming together to play a game.
A lot of people from different
scenes.
different scenes playing the game.
Yeah, so. That's really cool.
But it was really fun stuff. Really good matches in my opinion. So yeah, it was really cool.
Cool.
Do you have the Wednesday Night Fight results by any chance? Because I haven't been able to find those. Let me see.
Why, yes, I do.
Because like I said, that was like 256 people almost who played in that tournament. So I'm curious to see.
7th places were Chris King Vega.
Oh, okay.
And Alex Myers.
Cammy. He played Cammy, yeah.
5th places were Forwood Ryu and Gutex Armika. Ryu and Mika.
Right, Yeah, he beat Ricky Ortiz with his Armika.
He picked Mika, yeah.
With his Mika.
Speaking of which, 4th place was Ricky. Chun-Li.
I think it was mostly Chun-Li.
Was it just Chun?
Yeah. I don't think she used anyone else.
Okay. 3rd place, Filipino champ. With Dalsum. Player a lot of people had picked to win, including me, and I was wrong. 2nd place was Christarian Ken, who was great. I really liked a lot of his Ken stuff. He looked really, really good. And especially I remember him being very uncertain about playing against Dalsum.
Well, they had that first of 3 before the tournament, and he got bodied 3-0.
He got bodied. Yeah, but he made a lot of really good adjustments afterward. And I think F-Champ was probably... He said this, that he feels like he was looking past Chris for grand finals with Snake, which he was like, that was a mistake. Like, I shouldn't have done that. My bad.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that he said it that way. You know, it wasn't like, he got lucky or whatever.
Oh no, I don't think he would say that.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, not publicly. No, not. No, maybe he would say that publicly, but not privately. It's like the reverse. Anyway,
okay.
Anyway, so 1st place was Snake Eyes.
Yes.
With Zangief. He beat Dalsum. He beat Ken. He beat everybody.
He looked really good.
Yes.
His Zangief looked amazing. So, but
we were there for a little bit. It was a lot of fun. We commentated for a little bit in the easy hour of about 11 to 12:30, more or less.
It was like 1 o'clock.
11:30 to 1 more accurately.
Because I remember you pointed at the clock. You're like, it's 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh crap, you're right.
You're right. Yeah. So. Yeah. No, F-Champ is the reverse of fake sportsmanship, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's a jerk publicly, but in private, he'll be like, yeah, that was good. You're all right. But he doesn't want anybody to know that
Exactly. Like, man, this guy's a scrub. And then in private, he's like, actually, it was pretty good.
You were good. Yeah, for sure.
But, no, that was really good stuff. And again, so many people playing that. We saw so many faces that we hadn't seen in forever. Shout outs to the NorCal crew for traveling down there to play at Wednesday Night Fights, by the way. And I will say this, too, that, you know what? It's funny because we haven't seen a lot of Ryus, but everyone who's been playing Ryu has been super impressive. Like, I really like Marvisto's Ryu. I love Forwood's Ryu. Oh, Forwood's Ryu is ridiculous.
Ryu's dash is as fast as Abel's was in Street Fighter 4. And he uses that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's times that he just, like, dash, and then he just throw you, you know? Like, you feel like, in Street Fighter 4, if someone dashed at you twice, you're like, oh, hi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Except for, like, Abel. That was, like, that was it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody has, not everybody, Ryu has Abel dash.
And I really actually liked it. So someone put out a compilation video of F-Champ matches. And was basically like, is F-Champ best Dalsum right now? And sent out this compilation video. The interesting thing about it was, I really liked this about this compilation video. It wasn't all F-Champ just blowing people up.
Okay.
Like, the first match that was on there was him against Alex Vi. And Alex Vi was playing Ryu, and Alex Vi won the first round and came, decently close in the next couple of rounds. And dude, I don't know, Ryu just looks super fun to me. Like,
yeah,
he looks. It's like he's interesting now.
Yes.
Like before, it's like Ryu's been fun, but he's been fun the same way he's been fun for 20 years now.
Right.
But now it just feels like he's got gimmicks. You know what I mean? It's maybe the first time since Denjin Ryu that Ryu has gimmicks. Yep. And so I don't know. I really like the way Ryu looks.
Yep.
I like watching him.
Me too.
So. Okay.
Okay.
There was a bunch
too
of
many events.
Yeah.
Too many events, and that's a great sign. I'm really happy about how people are playing SF5 in the FGC so far. It's going great.
Yeah.
Seems.
Yeah. Well.
Gameplay side.
Do you want to just go over coming event stuff and then take a break?
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
So we're gonna do talk a little bit about coming events. Let's do the events coming up this weekend first because they're all coming right up here. So the very first Capcom Cup ranking event is taking place this weekend. That is the Cannes Winter Clash or Cannes Winter Clash, right? So that's the one that's taking place in Paris. Not in Paris, in France, I should say.
Cannes, France.
In Cannes, France. Yep. And it is going to be. It is going to be Super Smash Bros. Melee, Smash Bros. Wii U, King of Fighters 13, Guilty Gear Xrd, Ultra Street Fighter 4, and Street Fighter 5.
Cool.
So there you go. That is going to be streamed on twitch.tv/GamesLines. So both of them are plural.
Okay.
Games Lines. I'm sure maybe lines is supposed to be a French word and I'm not pronouncing it right. But it's also going to be streamed on twitch.tv/GamesLines2.
Okay.
Again, first ranking event, so should be some good stuff. I want to see a lot of those European players play. I want to see like Ixion, Dan show up and like V Ryu and all these guys.
Yeah.
Like I want to see who they play. I want to see Valmaster's probably gonna go with Chun-Li, but maybe not. We'll see. Be interesting to see.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah. This weekend is also here in the States Winter Brawl X, first Big E tournament of the year. Of course, he's always a part of 4 tournaments with NEC,
Summer
Jam, and TFC. Right, so I always forget that which season's the one that doesn't have spring. Spring doesn't have one, right? So it's winter, NEC, and I guess NEC doesn't really count as a season.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. In any case, this is taking place in Pennsylvania as usual. There's gonna be typical of a Big E event. There's streams upon streams upon streams for
a bunch of different games.
Yeah, I mean, here's the games list: Street Fighter 5, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Dead or Alive, 5 Last. I don't even remember what it was. Last Rites. I don't know. MKX, Tekken Tag 2, Soul Calibur 5, King of Fighters 13, Guilty Gear Xrd, Skullgirls, Uniel, BBCPEX, Persona 4 AU, Smash 4, KI, and MVC2.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they're going to be streamed. Well, MVC2, okay, we'll get into this a little bit. But it's going to be streamed on Team Spooky. It's going to be streamed on NYC Furby. Last round. Okay, that's what it is.
Last right.
It's going to be... It's going to be streamed on Bifuteki, KPB Live, Smash Studios, and Combat Network.
Nice.
So there you go. That is 6 different streams. Follow Ace King Offsuit on Twitter. He will undoubtedly tweet out the pictures for the schedules and the streams and such. So definitely check that out. There are going to be a couple of exhibitions here.
Yes. I only know... Are there multiple or is there just
I know
the
of
one?
a second one.
Okay, what's the second one?
The second one is going to be, and that's why I think MVC2 is there. So you remember Desmond blowing up... he blew up... Executioner blew up at the last...
Oh, was it Brahim?
Brahim, that's what it was, yeah. So he blew him up at the last Big E event. And then a bunch of talk started happening, and Fnatic got involved.
Right.
And so now Desmond and Fnatic are going at it.
That's right, I heard about
They're going to have a big old money match there, and I actually really want to see that, because there's no love lost there.
Right.
On that one. That one is going to be... That one is gonna be old school trash talk.
For sure. That's gonna be. There's gonna be a pit there. That's gonna be a fun time, man.
And then, of course, the other exhibition is going to be Filipino Champ in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 versus Kane Blue River. The match that a lot of people have been wanting to see for a while, but it's...
A lot of people also have not been wanting to see for a while.
And unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to be any good. Like, I mean, it's probably almost guaranteed that it's not going to be very good.
Probably.
I mean, I've seen a lot of things that Nico has said. Kane Blue River, it doesn't even seem like he even wants to try. You know what I mean? It just seems like he's kind of already just resigned to losing this thing. So I mean, it's unfortunate because it's kind of one of those good matches in the brewing. You know, like since Kane Blue River took Evo and Champ, you know, talking smack about it or whatever. It could have been some fun, a good fun event. But
2 former Evo champs.
Yeah, it's interesting because we talked to Champ, and I don't know if he's necessarily gaming me or whatever like that. But at first he's like, I have never not practiced for a money match before. Like I always do all my research, do all stuff, and he's like, he can't even bring himself to do anything. Because it just feels like he doesn't need to practice at this point. Because Kane Blue River's not going to try.
Yeah, he said he typically charts and he has like specific game plans for like what to do every 2 or 3 games. And he has really interesting theories about it.
Right.
But we'll see how it goes. I'll certainly be tuned in.
Dude, if KBR like is seriously like trying to trick everybody, if he's like gaming the whole thing, where he's like, I'm not even going to try, and he's secretly practicing, dude. That'd be that I would give him so much props for that.
That'd be so sick.
That'd be so sick.
Oh man. Awesome. What if he has like secret bettors for him? You know?
I mean, like a lot of people are saying that he might not even show up, but I mean, he's here in the States already. He was at Undefeated.
Yeah.
So he was already there. So
I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I hope he does show up.
I'd be surprised if he didn't show up.
Yeah.
But.
So those are the 2 main exhibitions that are going on. Marvel always brings the exhibitions. So. Yep, we'll see how that goes.
Alrighty.
Also coming up this weekend is a tournament, Tampa Never Sleeps, taking place in Tampa, Florida. The stream, I do not have the stream information, but it is going to be taking place at the Clarion Hotel in Tampa, Florida. They're going to be playing Street Fighter V with a $1,000 pot bonus.
Nice. Super
Smash Bros. For Wii U with a $1,000 pot bonus. Melee, $750 pot bonus. Project M, $250 pot bonus. As well as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat X, and Guilty Gear Xrd. It looks like the Twitter that they link here is from Tong. And Tong is the guy, doesn't he run he runs something in Florida. Let me see here. But yeah, definitely, I don't have the stream information, unfortunately.
Okay.
So definitely look that up. You can find probably all the information on twitter.com/TongPNT. So you can find all that information there.
Cool. All right.
So for events not this weekend coming up, we alluded to this a little bit earlier. Evo, the tickets went on sale. And I mean, one of the unfortunate downfalls of being involved in a venue like the Mandalay Bay is that you have to go through a ticketing service.
Right.
Because ticketing service is...
What a scam.
Dude, seriously, like, I swear if one of the presidential candidates came out and said, I'm going to regulate ticket services, like, they would just win. Like, that should be the thing that they should talk about.
Yeah, really.
But, however, in 4 days of registration, Wizard tweeted out that Street Fighter V has already broken the single game entrant record in Evo history, which was set only last year by Ultra Street Fighter 4 at 2,227 players.
Yeah.
Street Fighter V in 4 days has outdone that already.
That's crazy.
Can they run this many events? I mean, can they run this many people?
I mean, it'll be in the convention center, right?
Yeah, but how many machines are you gonna need? Does Focus Fire even have that many gaming generations? I should say, do they even have that many machines?
I don't know. I mean, they will. You know, they'll do what they have to do.
Right.
But yeah, remarkable that only 4 days in, already the record is broken. Yeah. Unbelievable.
I mean, they definitely do break records like almost every year now. But dude, in 4 days, over 2,000 entrants.
Yeah, it's the short window of time that it's happened in. That's
not only that, too, the thing that amazed me, like I said, the tickets went on sale, right? The floor seats were assigned. Right. They're a little higher price than the general audience seating, which is not assigned.
Right.
The floor seats sold out like a concert level kind of thing. You know, like people were on their computers refreshing and trying to like grab tickets and everything like that. It actually really surprised me because when they first announced the different tiers and prices for that, you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's just going to be big wigs down in the side scenes." Dude, like I tweeted out, I was like, just judging from the Twitter feed I'm seeing, like this is not the case at all.
That's good.
Like the people buying these seats are Evo people.
That's good.
And I got so many people responding to me. They're like, "Yep, been going to Evo for this many years. Got my tickets there." And some people are like, "This is my first Evo. I'm gonna make sure I make it memorable." You know, all these things like that. A lot of people who bought those seats were the fighting game fans.
That's good. I'm glad.
So I'm super happy about that.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So.
I got the upstairs seats.
Yeah. The upstairs seats should be a lot of fun.
I just want to walk around and not have to be like. I don't want to have to arrange my seats in advance. I want to like just roll up and be like. Hey.
I should also mention this. I don't have the Facebook group, but there is a Facebook group created for everybody who's bought tickets down in the assigned seating areas, so they can swap tickets and get their friends sitting next to each other a little bit better.
That's smart.
That is great. I think that's like one of the coolest things.
That's smart.
As soon as I heard about that, I was like, "That's awesome."
You can do that. That's allowed.
Well, I don't think that. I mean, they might just walk up to each other and hand each other tickets or something like that. I don't know how it's working, but there is a Facebook group where people talk about that. So
okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. I mean, look, I'm happy that Evo is getting huge. 3,000. I don't know how many people it is. More than 2,228 in 4 days.
Yeah, right.
Is fantastic. At the same time. Just the stadium seating.
Yeah.
Very ambivalent about it.
Yeah.
But
I understand.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I understand we've gone over this before. I don't want to limit people from going, so you have to increase the size. At some point, that means you're in the stadium. But anyway.
I think the compromise they did was pretty decent, though. You know, to have the floor seats down there and then the general audience at the top, because then the general audience is just going to be rowdy. It's going to be like a gladiator match. You know, there's the royalty, whatever, and then there's the...
The senators are sitting right next to the gladiators in the front row there, yeah.
For those of you in the cheap seats, clap your hands. For those of you in the expensive seats, just rattle your jewelry a little. That is a paraphrasing of John Lennon from a very famous concert that they did in London. Alright, so also coming up, it was announced that, so as we said, WWE and fighting games are making this kind of merging here. Kenny Omega is actually going to be showing up to CEO this year, so he's booked for CEO.
All right.
And Kenny Omega's also like started calling out Xavier Woods like publicly.
Oh yeah.
Like, so I don't know.
Okay.
It'd be cool if we can get Xavier there and have them play an exhibition match or something.
Yeah, it would be.
But Kenny Omega is heading to CEO 2016, so that should be really cool.
Nice. Just totally randomly, I just was thinking about the fact that Lupe Fiasco probably knew who you were before you knew who he was. Anyway, continue. What else you got?
So NCR, as we mentioned before, is going to take place 1 week right after Final Round. It is officially scheduled for 25th to 27th, but they did release a trailer just recently, so you can check that out if you want. It just talks about which games are going to be played there, and there's going to be a community-voted game, as usual. So, also, Red Bull Kumite, which is taking place in April. There have been a lot of invitees there. They finally closed it out. The last two players they have announced are Luffy, no surprise, and Daigo Umehara, no surprise.
Good choices. So what's the lineup now? Is
the lineup is going to be Gamerby, Justin Wong, Momochi, Punko, Cien, Infiltration, Aliyun, Kazunoko, Keoma, Snake Eyes, Bonchan, Tokido, Luffy, and Daigo.
Good lineup. I like it. I like it.
It's a really good lineup.
Solid.
Yeah. So that'll be super exciting. Good stuff. Looking forward to it. Again, that'll be April 23 through 24th. So.
Okay.
Sooner than I thought. That's less than 2 months away. That is 2 months away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like exactly 2 months away.
Oh man, time passes.
Oh,
pretty soon it'll be Evo 2018. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I know. Dude, someone mentioned like Marvel 3 is like 5 years old already.
Wow.
Someone mentioned Rumble in the Bronx, the Jackie Chan movie, is 21 years old. That freaked me out. So.
That's crazy.
But Dead or Alive 5 last round. Team Ninja, they did a Capcom Cup-ish kind of thing last year. Apparently it was very successful for them, and they're doing it again this year. So they're doing a Battle Royale for 2016. They just released their schedule, which is going to be taking place at Final Round, Battle Arena Melbourne, Summer Jam, Cali Crush, I think. Cali Crush in Los Angeles, California. I don't know why this text is so blurry. Republic of Fighters in France, and the Fall Classic is going to be... I'm sorry. Fall Classic, and then apparently it's going to end at the Showdown. $6,000 prize bonus.
Nice.
For that. So
at NEC.
Yep. So shout outs to Team Ninja and the Dead or Alive community. Again, just like the Marvel community and like a lot of the smaller communities, they're doing a great job, getting their games to not be smaller games.
For sure.
So.
Yep.
So that's all the event news I had. Do you want to take a quick break and we come back, just talk a little about game news and some community stuff?
You got it.
Okay. Be right back. As long as it takes for it to... Okay, there you go.